The first mission to really challenge your knowledge of Modern Warfare zombies is automated backup, and today I've got some answers for you on how to get that, how to get it completed, and where you need to go to make those things happen. Automated backup challenges you to find 3 different ammo mod circuit boards for the deadbolt turrets, use them, and of course, there's a lot that goes into that you may not understand. The turrets themselves are located all across the map of the new zombie map, which is Urzikstan, and they are upgradable utilizing just ammo mods. But there's also regular circuit boards as well. So first we need to differentiate between the standard circuit boards and the ammo mod circuit boards, which is not really that hard. There are just deadbolt circuit boards, which you can find those everywhere, but then there are the ammo mod circuit boards, which are similar to the ammo mods that you can get for your guns as well. You've got brain rot, napalm, dead wire, and cryo freeze. And while the normal circuit boards can be found just littered across the map, you really have to know where to go to find the ammo mod versions of them. And of course, that's what I'm here for today. I've brought in a completely unkitted character, brand new character, so I can kind of show you how you go about it, especially if you are a brand new player and don't have all the fancy bells and whistles. So I've just brought in a haymaker and a Bruin that I've ripped off somebody else. I have no plate system, no backpack, so we're going to loot one of those and get going as well. And then I'm going to show you how to get a hold of these circuit boards. One of the easiest ways to get started on your first brand new fresh characters or ones that you've lost everything and need to get it back is, of course, hitting up any of the mercenary camps. The mercenary camps are a great place to get not just plate vests, but also get yourself some possible backpacks, some new weapons, and lots of things like that. But one of the things you can never ignore are these Ethereum blobs floating in the air. If you played Outbreak, you're familiar with these, but these are how you get early weapon upgrades so that you can turn your weapons from the common to uncommon, rare, and all of that. And as you go through the higher tier sections in zombies, these will become more and more really important, so that way you actually can deal the amount of damage needed to actually survive in the zombie wasteland. So I'm going to take out the orb here, take out the mercenary camp, and we're going to get on our way. The mercenary camp is actually serving as a dual purpose here. Not only am I attempting to get myself some new gear because I'm just starting, this is actually the first step for completing the challenge for automated backup. See, these mercenary camps, not only are they going to have a high chance of dropping decent loot to start with, but they also drop one of the mercenary stronghold cards, and that is going to be very important for your start. Once you have the mercenary stronghold card, next you just need to find a mercenary stronghold. Finding the mercenary strongholds isn't terribly hard as they are located on the map and pinged for you so that you can find them. I'm heading to the one that's on the southeast side of the map. It's tier 1. It's pretty easy to clear, so you shouldn't have any issues. All you need to do is take the key card, open the door, and go on in. Once you're in here, you're going to be charged with the idea of breaking and entering, and then, of course, stealing as much stuff as you can from them. Once you're inside, there are tons of loot chests, and these are going to be the areas that are going to be really important that you're going to be looking for. And on this one, you can see there's a laptop there, which gives you some story background dialogue. I'm just going to go around in here with my shotgun and shoot a bunch of these guys, and then look at all the boxes. After you go through there, you should be able to find, well, quite a few of them. Also in this stronghold is going to be a safe. If you drill that one, there will be a bunch of enemies that will come after you, but they're pretty easy to hold off. Just got to hold these top staircases and shouldn't have any issues out of them as well. And once you're done with that, that safe will be open. Generally, you can find high value loot items in there. Similar things to either large backpacks or large plate carriers, which will help you get into later sections of the zombie mode. Anytime you're looking to re-up your character or start a new character, these strongholds will come in big clutch for you, as they will be great ways to get yourself better plate carriers and better backpacks. And generally, there's going to be guns in here that are already partially kitted, meaning if there are weapons that you don't already own that you want to get out with, you can actually find them in here frequently. Or if you're looking for already decently geared weapons, they will frequently have 3, 4, 5 attachment weapons inside these buildings. And as you take the stronghold keycards into further sections of the city, tiers 1 into 2 and 3, you will actually find bigger and better gear inside of those as well, which allows you to continue to come back into the more and more high-end matches. You'll see we actually received 4 different ammo mod circuit boards. Now I'm going to show you where to put them and why you need to be careful about how you approach completing this mission. So now you have your circuit boards. Now you need to actually put them in one of the deadbolt turrets. Conveniently enough for us, there is one of those turrets located right outside of this stronghold. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this turret and I'm going to show you what it does when you put in one of these mods. So it's going to immediately kick on and it will start firing at any zombies nearby, netting you experience and, of course, keeping you safe. This is actually a good way to passively level one of your guns if you are trying to loot an area, but zombies are coming around. This will keep zombies off of you and allow you to continue to loot while gaining more XP. So if you've got a gun that you need to level and you don't have the time to actually run around and chase zombies while you're looting or you're trying to complete a mission, this is a really good way to go about it to begin with. And now I'm going to show you the wrong way to approach this. Now, again, you saw I received 4 different of these mods, and I figure why not take advantage of the fact that we have these mods to kind of show you a way that you could potentially mess this up. Now, one of the big issues is I know a lot of people are going to grab these mods. They say, hey, I have all 3 of them right now, and how could this go wrong? So what they're going to do is they're going to immediately run over and attempt to put all 3 of those mods inside the turret. Here's the problem. If you take all 3 of those mods and you put them all 3 in the turret at one time, it's actually going to only count as you activating that turret once, meaning you need to find more mods after that, and in turn, of course, wasting your time on getting through some of these missions. And of course, sending you back on the wild goose chase if you didn't already know where to find these. Now, with this sharing a similar mission structure idea to the way that DMZ worked, there's going to be a lot of these fetch and, of course, acquire missions as you go through the story here inside the MWZ, Modern Warfare Zombies. So being able to save time and being able to get these things done efficiently will be the fastest way to get yourself up into the higher tiers and, of course, learning more and more secrets and gaining more and more unlocks in the game. So you'll see here I have now completed that, and you will receive pretty much upon completing most any of the missions of the game the free random perk, which can help you in some situations, but it can also hurt you in other situations if you end up like me, who has a friend who grabbed one of those perks while you were in the middle of a fight with no plates and no ammo. But we won't call anybody out on that, right, audio? And so now that we've completed this, we have one thing left to do, which is Exfil. One of the big things in the game right now is, of course, we're attempting to all level up our weapons and try to get it done as quickly as possible. One of the ways people are doing it currently is called Exfil cheesing or Exfil farming, which allows you to fly over to one of the Exfils, call it in, and then not Exfil, and then rinse and repeat over and over again. Because you'll see here when I call in this Exfil, there's going to be a lot of zombies spawn. And of course, it makes for a really easy time, a lot of free, easy kills, and you don't have to go chasing them because they're coming to you. It should be noted that in each area, tiers 1, 2, and 3, the zombies get harder. The number of them is pretty darn high, and the XP return for each one is going to be a little bit higher than the previous tier as well. Meaning, if you're going to attempt to kill zombies in an Exfil, you'll want to try to fight the ones at the level that you are. So if you are already rocking a bunch of either uncommon or higher gear, go ahead and over to Exfil 2, so that way you can get the most XP on your way out. Because if you're already doing this Exfil, you might as well get as much as you can with it as well. Now, I do have a caveat to that. If you do go and try to cheese the Exfil, there is one problem. It can make it where you will not be able to extract, and you could get stuck there and never be able to leave the round, which means you eventually die, and you will lose all of your gear. So if you're going to choose to try to stay at the Exfil and do this over and over again, do be aware, at your own risk, you may lose everything. Which happened to me because some other people were doing it. We lost one of the raw Ethereum crafting blueprints. So don't be like me. Try to avoid any of the cheeses so that way you can keep all your stuff. And if you catch somebody doing it, just know you may need to get out sooner than intended. But this is my guide for the deadbolt turrets. I hope it helps you through these missions.